Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. CONNECTpreneur is a global community of over 25,000 investors, CEOs, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and professional service providers from around the world. This is our 82nd CONNECTpreneur event over the last 10 years, and we've been doing these virtual events since the pandemic, and this is number 33 virtually. And these are now the largest monthly investor pitch events in the world, so thank you guys for joining us today. We've had over 830 presenting companies over the last 10 years, and our CONNECTpreneur network of investors now totals over 3,300 accredited private investors, angels, and family offices who have attended our events in the past and who are interested in investing in awesome deals that they can find through our community and through our events. We started CONNECTpreneur originally as a forum for business leaders, entrepreneurs, and investors to connect and engage, to learn and be inspired, and to celebrate innovation and entrepreneurship. And our intent is to help our community managers, you guys, to find capital, to find awesome deals, find partners, customers, and also just meet and engage with great business leaders. And all of our events are about connecting, and that's why we do these virtual events as meetings and not webinars. So every person on can see and private chat with every other person who's on the meeting as well. And we also do something that no other event does, and that is we publish a list of all of our registered guests in the back of each program book. So hopefully you've already downloaded the program book, and Skylar, our community manager, will post the link to today's program book if you have not done so. Couple things about today's event. After our final presenter, which will be presenter number 12, we will open up the breakout rooms, and each breakout room will be hosted by one of our presenting companies. And you'll be able to enter and leave whichever breakout room that you like. So please do visit with as many presenting companies you have an interest in investing in or learning more about. And please remember that the purpose of the breakout rooms are for our presenting companies to go deeper with interested investors and partners. And these are not for you to sell anything. These are just for them. And please conduct yourselves accordingly. I had to say that. Also, please be respectful and tactful when using the group chat. So you can feel free to post your LinkedIn and other contact info and introduction, but please do not overload the chat. And unless you're a presenting company, please don't post more than 2 or 3 times. Our presenters will be posting links to their deck and their executive summaries in the group chat during their presentation or throughout the day. And they'll also, some of them are going to post registration information for any follow-up meetings that they might have with investors that they'll be hosting on their own in the coming weeks. So another important note to keep in mind is that the group chat will have dozens, if not hundreds of messages. So we recommend that you download your chat transcript before you go into the breakout rooms or before you leave the meeting. And that way you can read through them afterwards. It's really hard to read all these Zoom chats, real time. And to download your chat transcript, what you would do is click the chat icon on the bottom of your toolbar, and you'll see a little rounded square with 3 dots. So click on that icon and hit save, and your chat transcript will be saved, and you can review and follow up with the messages after you log out of the meeting. Also, polling. We're conducting polling. So we poll our investors a few times this morning. We will be polling them after our 4th, 8th, and final presenters. Please remember that these polls are for investors only, and they are confidential. We will not share your information with anyone except for the presenting companies. So we're not going to publish this to the audience. So please indicate, if you're an investor interested, please indicate which companies you want to learn more about, and we'll make sure you're connected with the presenters. So we have 12 presenting companies today, 12 executive summaries in the program books. You will see those. And we're also going to be doing 2 polls for our awesome sponsors. So we'll do one at the beginning and one at the end before we do breakout rooms. And those are for to generate leads for our sponsors. And these are the people that make our events possible. So please be sure to indicate a need when we put up the poll. If you have a need for one of our awesome sponsors, we will again keep that confidential. We'll make sure that they're connecting with you, etc. So you can see a list of our sponsors inside the program book. I'll shout them out momentarily, but really these are amazing companies that have kept us afloat during the pandemic and really support us going forward. So we do, and they also do great work. So we want to make sure that, they're getting a return on their investment with us. I also want to shout out our awesome CONNECTpreneur ambassadors. We have a few dozen of them who are spreading the word about our events worldwide. And if you're interested in becoming one, please contact Skylar, who's our community manager. I also want to thank our awesome prep team, especially Inez LeBeau, who has done a great job preparing many of our presenters today. And our prep team is listed in the program book as well. So anyway, here's the rundown for today. We have 12 total presenters. Each presentation is about 4 minutes. We don't do question and answer, so please reserve any questions you have for the breakout rooms. If you're an interested investor, indicate on the investor poll, and definitely be sure to stop by the breakout room. The first 6 presenters will be introduced by Daryl Barros of Next, powered by Shulman Rogers. And then the next 6 will be introduced by Mark Haas, who's the CEO of AEG. And again, we are doing polling between or after number 4, number 8, and number 12. A couple other things. Our CONNECTpreneur community has an awesome YouTube channel. We have almost 500 videos of our alumni presenters on there, so please check it out and subscribe. We also have a free Slack channel with over 4,200 business leaders on it, and our community is using the Slack channel to communicate with each other. You can post jobs, anything you're looking for. If our community members can help, it's a great vehicle for you guys. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. So we'll put the links to the Slack channel as well as our YouTube channel in the chat box. A couple of upcoming events. Our next virtual rocket pitch is next month, November 22nd. So be sure to register now. We'll put that link in the chat box later. And also our next in-person event will be held in downtown Baltimore at the Inner Harbor on the morning of November 16th. This will be with the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. We will have over 300 attendees, including over 100 private investors and angels. We are an early bird right now, so I hope if you're in the DMV region or Mid-Atlantic region, you'll come visit us in Baltimore on November 16th. And we also have another in-person event on the evening of December 13th in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. So 2 events coming up in person. We're going to get back to doing about 8 a year. So come to DC if you're not already here and visit us. If you're interested in sponsoring, exhibiting, presenting, please let Skylar know. And also, I want to shout out on November 2nd and 3rd, another in-person event in Arlington, Virginia, and Fairfax, Virginia. It's the Accelerate Investor Conference, and they will have awesome keynote speakers. We will have about 40 seed and Series A companies presenting, over 50 investment firms. The website for that, and we'll put this in the chat also, is www.accelerate2022.org. And that's a George Mason University initiative. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and start the program. I'd like to welcome Chris Nicosia, who's the Vice President of Partnerships for Modus Create, one of our leading sponsors. Modus is one of the world's leading digital transformation companies. They have global agile development teams and high-level consulting engagements, delivery centers from around the world. And they work with some of the most impressive brands in the world, as well as with early stage companies and doing successful software development, mobility, and other digital transformation services. They've been instrumental to the success of several of our CONNECTpreneur presenting company alumni, including 3 companies that I'm personally involved with as a board member and investor. The Modus team is top drawer. We highly recommend them if you're looking for design development and you want to ship awesome product on time and on budget. They're the right choice to help you get there. And they just recently completed an 8-figure funding round with a major PE firm to continue their global expansion. They've made some acquisitions already, including a significant company in Europe. So I'd like to congratulate Chris and his awesome team. Chris, thank you so much for your support and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Tim. This is a great series. We're happy to be a part of it, and we appreciate you and your team's tireless work keeping the DC tech and now global entrepreneur community moving forward. So as Tim mentioned, my name is Chris Nicosia. I'm VP of Partnerships at Modus Create. So I run our commercial and referral partnerships. If you're interested in becoming a referral partner, we're always interested in more. So reach out to me on LinkedIn and email. A little bit more about Modus Create. We're a global team of technologists that propel enterprises forward with digital products, platforms, and processes. Our services are aligned through our 4 practices. We just redid this. We're really excited about it. We have digital strategy, product development, platform modernization, and digital operations. You can learn more about that on our website under our services tab. We create custom solutions and engagements through our many offerings, solving real problems for our clients are facing. We hire the top talent around the globe. We have employees in over 50 countries, so we're globally distributed. We have been remote first since day one. The pandemic really only helped expedite our growth because of that. We're founded locally in Reston with our two co-founders, Pat and Jay, and they continue to be part of Modus today. We have very stringent hiring practices that allow us to employ top talent and have a high retention rate. Modus serves global clients ranging from post-A startups, mid-markets, and enterprises. Our clients love the cross-industry and cross-technology expertise that we bring, in addition to the experience across all stages. Enterprises want to work like startups, and startups want to work like enterprises. So I will post my information in the chat again, and it's really great to see so many faces on video today. Best of luck to everyone on today's pitches, and I'll let you get started.
Thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate it. I'd love to put up our first poll, which is a poll for our awesome sponsors. And I want to shout them out. We have Next, powered by Schulman Rogers, Modus Create, Stella Pop, Startup Grind, Nelson Mullins, AEG, the Northern Virginia Chamber of Commerce, Truist Financial, Entrepreneurs Organization, Ryan and Wetmore, Pitchforce, George Mason University's Mason Enterprise, Keiretsu Forum, Refraction. We are broadcasting from Refraction, which is one of the largest and the leading co-working innovation community in the Washington, D.C. region. And Esther Lee, our CEO, has a special deal for our CONNECTpreneur community if you guys are interested in a presence here in the region. Enterprise Transformation Services, or Solutions rather, Angels and Life Sciences Investors, Schulman Rogers, Georgetown Entrepreneurship, Founder Institute, FITSE, the Baltimore Angels, Maryland Tech Council Venture Mentoring Services, the Dingman Center at the University of Maryland, SAPA, NABO, the National Association of Business Owners and Entrepreneurs, the Institute for Excellence in Sales, Center for Advancing Innovation, MIT Alumni Angels of Washington, D.C., the annual Wharton D.C. Summit, COBE, the U.S. International Development Center, and the Monty Jade Greater Washington, D.C. Science and Technology Association. Please patronize these guys, and thank you for your support of our sponsors. So we will go ahead and end the poll. Sky, if we could do that. And we can go ahead and get started with our presentations. To introduce our first batch of presenters, I'd like to introduce longtime CONNECTpreneur partner, Daryl Barrows, who is an experienced entrepreneur, fund manager, and attorney. Daryl is a partner with Next, powered by Schulman Rogers. They are disrupting the way that startup law is being performed with packaged offerings on a fixed price basis. Next was selected last year by Law.com and Legal Week as Startup Emerging Growth Company Law Firm of the Year, beating out several huge and well-known firms. And they will be receiving a huge award next week in New York City. We'll announce that next month. But congratulations, Daryl, and welcome.
Thanks, Tim. I'd like to thank you and the CONNECTpreneur team for today's events. Next has been a long-term sponsor and supporter of CONNECTpreneur. The first company I'd like to introduce is CamDo. CamDo has developed a computer vision platform to reduce workplace deaths and accidents in the construction industry. Please welcome Todd McCann, CEO of CamDo.
Hello, everyone. CamDo has developed a computer vision system that will save many lives in construction. Construction is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. In the US, there are 773 safety incidents every day, averaging 57,000 each for a total of 11 billion per year. What's worse is construction is responsible for 20% of all workplace deaths. The safety triangle is the industry standard model. It has proven that unsafe conditions and near misses are predictors of lost time injuries, serious injuries, and deaths. The best performing safety teams focus on the bottom of the triangle, and our solution makes their process far easier, more accurate, and timely. Safety managers often take biased photos for their daily reporting. They'll see a trip hazard and first move it out of the way and then take their biased photo. We spent 18 months interviewing 100 of the top 400 general contractors, and one of the many things we learned is that they want unbiased photos taken automatically. Our Upshot camera solves this. Our cameras are easily installed on the inside of a construction project in large quantities. We then use computer vision to extract visual data such as work at height without fall protection, PPE compliance, trip and slip hazards, and so on. And then the insights are presented in a dashboard in real time, allowing the site teams to take action before an incident occurs. Gilbane is a $7 billion contractor, and their CIO, Jason Pelkey, said there aren't enough cameras to monitor worker activity, and that's why camera price is so important. Time-lapse cameras and IP cameras are not appropriate due to price, power, and mobility. Our Upshot camera is a purpose-built IoT device. It's affordable, easy to install, rugged, and mobile. We are the only company offering a complete solution that includes both the required camera hardware plus the computer vision software, and we're filing patents on this combination. Our board includes the inventor of the spreadsheet and Keiretsu's Vancouver chapter president. Our C-suite has 40 years of engineering experience in construction, plus computer vision and software development. Together, we have 19 exits and raised over $252 million. In addition, our advisors from the Ascentage Group have done over 50 M&A transactions for their construction technology clients. Large and medium-sized general contractors carry out over 410,000 projects per year, with an average order size of 15 cameras per site generating $10,800 in annual recurring revenue. Our addressable market is $4.4 billion per year. Skanska and Gilbane have initiated their pilots. Bechtel, the world's largest general contractor, has committed to a pilot in Houston, Texas. The next phase of general contractors are planning to start their paid pilots in early 2023. Our top 3 prospects carry out over 35,000 projects per year. They're forecasting to roll out a solution to an average of 10% of their projects before a larger rollout. And these 3,500 projects will generate $38 million in annual recurring revenue, and that's only 3 customers. Our current time-lapse camera, shown in blue, will generate $1.1 million in 2022 and continue to grow. Our new computer vision solution, shown in magenta, will quickly become our main source of annual recurring revenue, and our increased margins will get to above 85%. We're offering Class A preferred shares. We're seeking $2 million at a $7 million pre-money valuation, and we've closed just over $1.3 million. We've retained the world's leading M&A advisor in construction technology. They're helping us first with product market fit and then major partnerships, and they'll help us navigate suitable M&A targets. CAMDO is a prime acquisition candidate. The Keiretsu DD report estimates an exit valuation of $400 million in 2026. We'll see you in the breakout room. Thank you.
I now would like to introduce Caring Closures International. Caring Closures International expects to transform public health and consumer product safety with the long overdue update to access control technology across the global 14 billion unit cap enclosure market. Here to discuss that strategic vision is the company's finance director. Please welcome Zach Molnar.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm Zach Molnar, and I'm the finance head at Caring Closures. As you said, we're seeking to disrupt the child-resistant caps and closures market using proven access control methods. There are several ongoing public health epidemics today, including the abuse of prescription medications such as opioids, where the number one source of teen drug abuse is stealing from family medicine cabinets. Additionally, pediatric fatality and poisoning events from common OTC medications and household products are happening multiple times every minute. And all told, these epidemics cause tens of billions of dollars of costs to our country each year, and unnecessary suffering for families that can be solved with access control and our locking pill containers. And reimagining the caps and closures market creates a massive opportunity for us. Currently, we're focused on the healthcare side, where our SafeRx product line of locking pill vials is operating, and it's a $2 billion opportunity. And we also have a longer-term opportunity available in the licensing of our technology to consumer packaging, which will result in large, high-margin royalty revenue streams. And beyond the monetary benefits, we would be able to dramatically improve the lives of millions of children through reducing drug abuse and eliminating childhood poisonings. Within the healthcare side, we're currently focused on two growth vectors. The first being selling directly to healthcare providers such as hospitals and treatment centers, where we have generated tremendous traction this year with over 60 new customers and a massive pipeline of potential customers to continue to grow and attack this $300 million market. And then concurrently, we're pursuing reimbursement from insurance companies for pharmacies to dispense pharmaceutical drugs directly into our vials. And this is a massive $2 billion opportunity. We currently have a couple testing programs underway to prove out the efficacy of our vials, including one with the CMS, which is the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the largest healthcare insurer in the country, and the results of which we can take to the other insurance companies to initiate reimbursement programs with them. And we believe the case for reimbursement will be easy to make. As you can see, the economic case is very robust for all the participants within the dispensing spectrum, with insurance companies having a 300% ROI of full efficacy, pharmacies earning a 60% gross profit on all the fills into our vials, and SafeRx and PCI generating a 60% gross margin for each fill. We have strong conviction that the efficacy of the vials will come back very positively from these tests, as our customers have indicated they're very important in their operations so far. So we just need to get the efficacy data to prove out the economic case for payers, and they will be on board quickly, followed by the pharmacies, given these strong economic cases. What's extra exciting is that our product is really the only one that can be used in dispensing, as other vials are either too expensive or too cumbersome to use at a large scale, as they're about 10 times cheaper to make and about 6 times easier to use than our nearest competitor. And all these advantages are protected by our IP portfolio of 13 issued and pending patents, creating a deep and wide competitive moat against any other competitive entry. This will generate significant financial returns. This year, we're on track to do about $300,000 in revenue, jumping to just over $1 million next year. And then once reimbursement hits in 2024, we'd rapidly rise up to $200 million over a couple of years after that at a 35% EBITDA margin. So significant economic incentive here for us as well. And we're currently fundraising to help us continue this growth plan, bringing in more salespeople to expand the provider sales and to continue on the path of reimbursement by bringing in people experienced with payers and government affairs. If you're interested to learn more, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to provide you with additional information, set up a call. But thank you all for your time, and I hope to connect you within the breakout room after the presentation.
I would now like to introduce cloudcaller.io. This company created an industry-leading unified communications as a service, and it's something I'm unfamiliar with, UCaaS, cloudcaller.io. I'm sure Jeannie will explain it to us. The product solves all of your video, phone, SMS, and chat needs within the highly secure Salesforce platform and powered by Twilio's global communication platform. Please welcome Jeannie Bunker, Director of Marketing.
Hello, thank you. CloudCaller is a unified communication application. It combines video, phone, SMS, and chat, all securely within the Salesforce CRM platform. Today, business communication tools are disconnected, cumbersome, and really inefficient, and they are seriously at risk of ransomware attacks or hacking. Customer data from tools such as Zoom recordings, mobile phone text messaging, desk phone conversations, manual call notes, these all pose a significant cyber security risk. Many organizations that are constrained by technology and other budget reasons are using whatever's out there. The good news is that we have a solution. Today, CloudCaller was designed to solve 3 critical client challenges. 1, CloudCaller is highly efficient, offering over 50 plus efficiency tools. Our top client has reported a 40% increase in productivity after using CloudCaller. CloudCaller is very secure. Because it is 100% native to Salesforce, which means it is built within the Salesforce platform. And CloudCaller is designed to leverage best-in-class technology, such as our Twilio partner for communications. CloudCaller combines the rich features of Salesforce CRM, CloudCaller's efficiency tools, and all powered by Twilio Communication to create the best customer communication relationship management solution in the market. The market opportunity is huge. According to Gartner, by 2023, next year, 65% of digital workers will be working remotely. And by 2024, 75% of enterprise users will not have a desk phone. Salesforce is the number one CRM. Because Cloud Caller is a Salesforce application, it can be sold to any user of any Salesforce cloud. That means the market size is estimated at 24 million users, and it's a market value of $11.5 billion. Cloud Caller's goal is to have 110,000 users by 2026, which is only 0.4% of the market. So this is very doable. Our main competitive advantages are 1, an all-in-one unified UI, and 2, 100% native to Salesforce. Products such as RingCentral, GoTo, Zoom aren't unified. Zoom has a different system for phone from video, and none of these competitors are 100% native to Salesforce. They integrate through APIs, add-ons, and these are all risky connection points. And they have customer data stored in all sorts of different databases. We have traction with partners such as Salesforce and Twilio, which gives us access to their very large customer base. And we have a partnership with Carahsoft, which gives us access to government agencies. We have early adopters across different industries and functions, showing Cloud Caller's flexibility and adaptability. We have an experienced leadership team in place. We have worked together for 4 years developing Cloud Caller into the most competitive product in the market, and we're now ready to take it to the next level. We have consistently delivered financial value to our investors. We have an annual subscription revenue model and a 93% gross profit. Next year, 2023, we'll establish the Cloud Caller brand and strong positioning within the Salesforce customer base. And we'll generate $5 million in revenue with a positive EBITDA. Then we'll be well positioned to achieve the 2x year-over-year growth going forward. With subscription revenue, renewals each year will quickly accelerate our revenue growth. And by 2026, we'll be on track to deliver $58 million in revenue, $27 million in EBITDA at a 46% gross margin, profit margin, net profit margin. To date, we've raised $1.5 million, and we're looking to raise $1.25 million to fund the rapid growth. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the breakout room.
Next, I would like to introduce Cognitive Clarity. Cognitive Clarity, Inc. was founded in 2015 by 2 world-renowned neuroscientists and experts in memory loss, brain aging, and Alzheimer's disease. They have introduced a newly patented dietary supplements for memory loss that were, developed on a plant from the Amazon rainforest, and it hits all 3 main targets of that memory loss. Here to tell you more about this exciting new product is one of those two renowned neuroscientists, CEO, Dr. Alan Snow.
Thank you very much. I've been working on brain aging, memory loss, and Alzheimer's disease for the last 35 years. The problem is memory loss as we age. It is now known that it is caused by 3 things: the accumulation of brain amyloid plaques, neurofibrillary tangles, and inflammation in the brain. We've developed a dietary supplement that actually hits all 3 targets. It's the world's first dietary supplements to target the real reason we lose memory as we age, hitting brain plaques, tangles, and inflammation with a patented ingredient out of the Amazon rainforest known as PTI 703 cat's claw and an oolong tea extract called Memor tea. And these are all patented ingredients. We've developed 5 products, breakthrough nutraceuticals for the aging brain, that are postulated to improve memory, focus, and concentration. Our main product is called Percepta, that's sold on Amazon and on our website, perceptabrain.com. We've developed a product called Percepta Sport for professional athletes that's used by 3 NFL teams, including the New England Patriots, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, taken by Tom Brady himself. We've also developed a product called Perceptive Professional that's sold to physicians and healthcare professionals. This is the second company that I founded. I had a company for 17 years that I started that was developing small molecule drugs for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. I was a research associate professor of pathology at the University of Washington. My co-founder is Dr. Rudy Tanzi out of Harvard at MGH, who's been working on Alzheimer's for 30 years. We also have Terrence Tormey, who's worked 40 years on nutraceuticals and drugs. The market size is huge for brain health, $8.3 billion in 2022, and the memory enhancement segment is $1.2 billion, estimated to grow at 9%. The differentiators is that we're the only dietary supplement in the world to target brain plaques, tangles, and inflammation. We have 15 years of scientific studies, 34 patents, with 9 issued, and we have composition of matter patents for Percepta and Perceptive Professional that was issued in the last few years, and we have patent protection until 2039. In 2019, I published a 108-page paper in Nature Scientific Reports that shows that cat's claw can reduce brain plaques, tangles, and inflammation. It was awarded the top 100 most downloaded papers in 2019. In 2021, we published a paper that Percepta outperforms the top 20 selling memory support dietary supplements by over 50% for hitting the main target, brain plaques and tangles. We're expected to have 1.2 million in gross sales next year, with 10 million projected in 2025. We've licensed Percepta memory ingredients and made a new product called Nerve One, with 3 million revenue projected in the next 3 years. We're looking to fund a 6-month human clinical trial to look at the effects of Percepta on memory, focus, and concentration. Our financial projections are 40.5 million in 4 years, with investors getting an ROI of 25 times their money from seed investors. We're looking at raising $3 million in a preferred series round for growth. We've already raised $4.5 million in 2 rounds. Use of proceeds is Percepta human clinical trial, sales and marketing, new product launches of taking Percepta and Percepta Sport into Canada. We're working on a new product called Percepta Immune, team expansion, working capital, and we're looking to exit in 3 to 5 years. Thanks a lot for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you in the break room.
I'd like to put up our first investor poll. This is for investors only. So anyone who's interested in sorry, Scott, there you go. And these are for our first 4. We're going to do polls after our 8th and final as well. We have 12 presenters today, for those of you who might have joined late. So if there's investors out there, please indicate your interest in meeting CAMDO Solutions, saving lives in construction with their computer vision system, reducing accidents and death by more than 50%. Caring Closures International, I think you guys have seen them present a few times. Company's on a roll right now. They're transforming public health, consumer product safety using proven access control measures across a broad universe of products. Cloud Caller IO, providing highly secure video, phone, SMS, and chat, all on one app and one phone line within Salesforce CRM Cloud. And then our most recent presenter, Cognitive Clarity, world's first nutraceutical, Percepta, which will target the real reason why we lose memory as we age. So we'll keep this up for 1 second while I also mention that we have breakout rooms that are hosted by each of our 12 presenters. We'll open those up around 12:20 or 12:25 or so, and we'll keep that open till about 1 o'clock. So feel free to go in those meeting rooms and ask questions of our presenters and see if you can, get some more information on them, and also maybe set up a follow-on deep dive meeting. So with that, I guess we can close out the poll, and I'll turn it back over to Daryl, who will introduce our number 5 and number 6.
Thanks, Dan. The next company I'd like to introduce is Go Well Benefits. Go Well Benefits simplifies the benefit enrollment process by starting with the employee first. They are the first employee benefits platform to include setting up a site in as few as 5 minutes. This InsurTech is bringing benefit administration to the 21st century. Please welcome Holly Adams, CEO.
So health insurance different. So how are we going to get there? Because the problem is that it's antiquated, it's iterative, it's cumbersome. It's so difficult for employees to get started. And so what GoWell does is it makes insurance easier. The employees can enroll right from their phones. Because if you start with employees first, it makes the entire process simpler. So employees can just enter their information and it's just in as few as 2 to 5 minutes anywhere they're at. And the reason why we're able to even get to this position and answer this question is because our team has decades of experience, 10, 20, 30, even 40 years of experience to realize that really the heart of it is if we can help employees, every other part of the insurance administration is easier because once employees understand, it just becomes much more simpler. And the insurance partners agree. And we're seeing really great traction with large insurance carriers and agencies like Aon and Allstate, Aflac, as well as clients. So we're getting Domino's and Geico. We're seeing associations come because distributed workforces love the platform because employees can enroll from wherever they're at. This market opportunity is vast. It's a $30 billion industry. And if you subsegment to self-funded enrollment, it's a $6 billion industry. So how are we going to address this vast market is through niching out by franchises and association, really focusing in on small groups. 2 to 99 is our sweet spot. Multi-locations, low participation, high turnover companies. And then, of course, the ticket to entry. So payroll and PEOs, insurance companies, brokers, carriers. Our newest and greatest is ICHRA Advantage. For the first time in 75 years, employers can pay for individual coverage through an HRA, and that gives employees individual coverage that is pre-tax dollars and that is easily portable, and they can personalize their plans. So GoWell is one platform to enroll, administer, and manage this ICHRA solution, which is very complicated, but much simpler, which makes it allowable for employers to provide to employees. Our financials, we think by 2025 will be a $30 million company, and our EBITDA will be $12 million. Our competition, we're very different, but if you look at employer focused, you see Zenefits, Gusto, Rippling. If you look at broker focused that work on benefits, you see Employee Navigator and Ease. The newest competitors for ICHRA that have raised a significant amount of money so far are Take Command, NextBen, and Bavy. But what really makes GoWell different is that our ICHRA platform can enroll in all benefits, unlike our competitors. We have multiple language capabilities. We can also underwrite, so small groups can get lower rates by underwriting. And then our newest function, Pay Now, which is revolutionary in the industry because there will be no invoices and employee portability with our Pay Now function. So far, we've raised $800,000 and we're looking to raise $1.2 million. The reason for the raise is to continually develop our IP, expand operations, and continue to expand sales and marketing. Our potential exit strategies are insurance carriers, payroll vendors, and large insurance agencies. I want to thank you so much for your time, and we'd like for you guys to join us in this journey to help Americans with their health insurance. And if anyone's interested in looking at this solution for themselves, you can schedule a time with me in the chat. So thanks a lot and have a great day.
I would now like to introduce Kinometrics. Kinometrics is artificial intelligence platform, uses electronic health record data to predict and prevent patient harm events in hospitals. Please welcome Davina Desai, CEO.
Thank you, Daryl. Kinometrics' AI platform uses electronic health record data to predict patient harm events in hospitals and enhance patient safety. Our first module addresses inpatient falls. Over 1 million patients fall each year in hospitals. This is due to the subjective assessments in play, and they provide inaccurate risk predictions. That results in hospitals spending $7 billion annually on falls. We developed our solution using 500,000 inpatient records and 40 plus objective variables. Compared to the current standard of care, we are greater than 95% accurate, while they are around 54% accurate. We automatically extract data from the EHR using our bidirectional API. We assess the patient's data on our AI platform, and then we provide an accurate fall risk prediction right back into the patient record with individualized risk drivers. This allows clinicians to customize care planning for each patient. The current solutions on the market are not built as we are. We are built solely to address patient harm events in hospitals and for clinicians as the end user. Our team has over 80 years of hospital administration and clinical experience, and we have collectively raised $6 million. We have 2 pilots slated to go live in 2023. They bring us $500,000 in revenue. We have an additional $4 million in revenue for our pipeline in 2023. So, inpatient falls is one of the harm events in hospitals. We are going to use our clinician-driven AI approach to develop modules for pressure injuries as well as hospital-acquired infections. And with 3 modules in the market, we project an ARR of $80 million plus by 2027. We are currently raising $750,000 and have raised $200,000 of that by now. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the breakout room.
I'd like to introduce Mark Haas, who is the CEO of AEG, and Mark will introduce our next 6 presenters. We're going to do 2 more investor polls after presenter number 8 and after the last presenter. Mark is the CEO and co-founder of AEG, which is the DC and Baltimore region's top alliance of elite service providers and advisors. And AEG is expanding into other regions around the country, including Tampa, Florida. Members include some of the leading business professionals in Washington, Northern Virginia, Baltimore, and Tampa. And I'm personally an investor and advisor to AEG, and Mark is currently in fundraise mode as well. So hopefully, Mark, you can post your executive summary in the chat box so that any interested investors would be interested and they can reach out to you. And AEG has been an 8-year sponsor of CONNECTpreneur, so we're very, very grateful for all the support you guys have provided us over the years. And Mark, why don't you give us a few more details about AEG? And again, thank you so much for your support of CONNECTpreneur.
Sure. Thanks, Tian. And glad to be a sponsor for so many years. AEG is it's a nationwide ecosystem of both business advisors and the mid-market CEOs that they support. We're building membership communities to professionals in over 50 complementary service categories, and separately peer groups of successful CEOs of 20 million plus companies. We're already operating in Washington, D.C. We've expanded to Baltimore. Next week, we're opening up communities in Tampa, and we'll start our national expansion in the first quarter next year. As Tian said, we are raising capital. So I'll put our executive summary in the chat. If you are an elite advisor, mid-market CEO or investor, please reach out to me. So the entire motherhood journey is stressful, from thinking about children to, well, it never ends, actually. Dealing with concerns from stress to burnout. Maternal mental health can be as critical as physical health. Our next presenter, Mindful Mamas, is a comprehensive mental health and wellness app for this journey. Please welcome Tara LaRock, founder and CEO of Mindful Mamas.
Thank you for that. Mindful Mamas is a maternal mental health solution for the entire motherhood journey, and we have a direct-to-consumer app with a reoccurring revenue model. And as a licensed psychologist who almost lost her life to suicide after having postpartum depression and OCD, I deeply understand the maternal mental health crisis, and I am well positioned to solve it. We created the first program that spans the entire life cycle of the mother, from trying to conceive all the way through empty nesting. And the longevity of our offerings will continue to help us dominate in this space. We use mindfulness, meditation, mood tracking, as well as other modalities of psychology to help mothers achieve wellness outcomes. And just like a great therapist will customize a treatment plan based on patients' needs, that's what we're doing for our moms. Moms are slipping through the cracks. We cannot just treat our way out of the mental health crisis. We must be focused on prevention. If we don't have healthy moms, we won't have healthy children. Think about this for a second. 1 in 5 women are being affected by a perinatal mood disorder. We have 9.8 working moms with severe burnout, and we have super long therapy wait times. These 3 statistics help to highlight why we have 75% of mothers who have a mental health need that continue to go untreated. So you have to believe in our shared value of eradicating maternal mental health issues. We're already serving an international audience. However, today we're really focused on expanding our reach in the US market. Currently, we're going after the 10.3 million mothers in the US in need of mental health support, capturing a $1 billion market. And as we expand our offerings, we're going to be able to tap into the middle bubble. And then from there, we'll focus on our international expansion plans. And at this early stage, we are meeting and exceeding benchmarks for our industry. So I want you to imagine what we can do with a fully stacked team. These results have shown that we can absolutely attract downloads. We have a high conversion of mothers who download us from the App Store who start a free trial. And not only that, but mothers that finish a free trial are converting to paid subscription at benchmark. In the bottom left corner, you'll see that we just started our paid efforts in July, and the trajectory for capital efficient growth is super strong. And on the engagement side, we're equally as successful with a 30-day listener retention that is way above benchmark. We've seen as high as 18,000 monthly active users, and with our engaged users coming back to the app 2 times per day. So our strategy has always started with the rockstar team. We are female founded, expert led, and supercharged by powerhouse advisors and mentors. And we already meet the vast range of maternal needs, serving moms over 500 practices that span common life stages, life circumstances, and issues. We are expanding our offerings to serve kids and partners via the mom, which will allow us to introduce a family plan and increase our LTV. We also have a product roadmap that will help us further differentiate ourselves with plans to expand into machine learning to deploy smart recommendations and insights for mom to meet her right where she's at every single day. And additionally, our moms are asking to connect to others in similar life stages. So we sit at the nexus of authentic psychology and mindfulness and serving the mom and her family from pre-birth all the way through menopause. And we believe that there are multiple pathways to an exit. Here's a snapshot of the M&A activity that's going on in our space. And given the versatility of our value proposition, we're well poised to become an attractive acquisition in several distinct and active industries. So we just kicked off our seed round. We're ready to accelerate our growth and reach the families that need us by expanding our go-to-market plan and continue to have a best-in-class product. We have a strategic investor with Otsuka Pharmaceuticals who participated in our pre-seed round, and they're leaders in mental health and give us access to deep market and clinical research, which is helping us to build the bridge needed to operationalize our B2B efforts. We're well on our way to hit the milestones that you'll see in the bottom right corner of 1 million downloads, 100,000 monthly active users, and well poised to cross the profitability line by 2024. So we often say everyone wants to hold the baby, but who will hold the mother? That's us, and I hope you join us. Thank you.
So in the U.S., about 500 new cases of cancer reported every year for every 100,000 people, and this is trending up. As with most diseases, early detection is critical to treatment and cure, especially for high-risk cancers. Our next company has developed an impressive technology to detect cancers before they show symptoms. Please welcome Andy Feldman, CEO of NextGen Forensic Sciences.
Well, thank you very much. I'm excited to introduce you to our new technology called quantum PCR, which we are using to detect pre-symptomatic cancers using just a simple blood test. So I know this sounds a bit impossible, but I assure you the science and technology is here, and it's currently being evaluated by the National Cancer Institute. And the benefits are huge. It can improve patient outcomes. There'll be massive medical system savings. However, the real problem is the business model. The current technology is expensive. People won't pay $1,000 for a test. So this really needs to be paid for by the insurers, which means the insurer has to save enough money treating cancer early to pay for all of those healthy people that they're doing the testing on. So the test costs actually have to come down quite a bit to realize the full market potential. and we have a way to get there. So our technology works by analyzing rare tumor DNA circulating in the blood, and we do it one molecule at a time using our microdroplet technology. Our edge is that this method gives us error-free sequences, which means we have very low false positives, and we lower the DNA sequencing costs by 90% compared to our competitors. Our initial market is a $1 billion market for patients with what's called Lynch syndrome. These people have a very high lifetime risk of cancer. They really need to be on a twice-a-year screening program, and there are currently no tools to detect all of their cancers in a single test. The only thing we do have is the unbeloved colonoscopy and Cologuard for colorectal cancer. We can deliver for these patients. We can detect all their cancers in one blood test. We can meet the cost point needed by insurers, and we can eliminate expensive follow-on costs due to false positive because our technology has such a low error rate. In addition to growing this $1 billion market that's currently undeveloped, by identifying the patients, we actually can enable pharma markets to develop treatments for these early cancers and potentially become companion diagnostic tests down the road for those treatments. We have the right team to pull this off, 125 years of experience with the right matrix of technology and business, 75 patents, 28 startups, 4 exits. And we are a spin out of Harvard University and Johns Hopkins University. Our traction to date, we have about $1 million in equity financing, equivalent amount roughly in non-dilutive funding, both from Harvard and Hopkins, Department of Defense, and from the state of Maryland. About $1.36 million on our balance sheet, and we have 5 patents, 2 pending and 3 in development. A lot of money in this business. The competition is stiff, but they only use sequencing technology. Our key edge is down the road. We have another technology to read out those droplets called melt curve technology, which will allow us to both yield and maintain the highest performance for the lowest costs in the industry. And that technology will make us an acquisition target down the road for the big boys. By year 5, we expect to have $50 million in revenue through licensing through diagnostics companies. And in our space, an exit in year 6 would be worth roughly 300 to 500 million range. We're asking for 1.5 million in convertible notes. The milestones are to develop a commercial prototype in the lab and get it evaluated clinically. Look forward to speaking to interested folks in our breakout room. Thanks very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Andrew. I'd like to put up our second investor poll. This is for investors only. And basically, this will be for the previous 4 presenting companies, GoWell Benefits, Kinemetrics, Mindful Mamas, and Next Gen Forensic Sciences. So this is for investors only. So if you're interested in learning more about the company, please indicate, and this is confidential. We won't share this with anyone except for the presenting companies. We had GoWell Benefits, which is one platform to make benefit enrollment easier for any benefit, including self-funded, and ICHRA. Kinemetrics, artificial intelligence platform using EHR data to predict and prevent patient harm events in the hospitals. And Mindful Mamas, maternal mental health app for every motherhood journey. And then most recently, Andrew with Next Gen Forensic Sciences, affordable early cancer detection for the masses. I still see investor indicators coming in, so we'll keep the poll up for a few more seconds. We are going into breakout rooms we have 4 more presenters, after which we'll go into breakout rooms. Reminder, download your chat history before you go into the breakout rooms and before you leave the meeting so that you can review your chat history. You may have gotten some messages from people and whatnot. So last call for investors. Anyone else? I see some more. Okay, we can take down the poll, and I'd like to turn things back over to Mark Haas, who will introduce our next 4 presenters, our final 4. Mark.
Thanks, Tian. We all love our pets. Wouldn't it be great to have early detection of their health conditions, especially when they can't tell us how they feel? Just like our last presenter, our next company has created a solution to this huge need for early detection and intervention for pet health. Please welcome Gary Richter, founder and CEO of PetMetrics.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Gary Richter, and welcome to PetMetrics. As the founder and CEO of PetMetrics, my decades of experience in veterinary medicine provide me an understanding of the pain points that pet parents face. They want someone and something that they can trust to help them care for their pets. And as a veterinarian and practice owner, I have decades of experience of understanding exactly what pet owners want and what they're willing to pay for. My book, The Ultimate Pet Health Guide, is based on this knowledge and has sold over 60,000 copies. As the founder of Ultimate Pet Nutrition Food and Supplement for Pets, I've created a highly successful brand that provides pet owners with products that improve pet health. The PetMetrics team is more than just me, though. Our internal engineer, Carrie Clark, has over 30 years of experience in technology leadership, including creating hardware, software, mobile platforms, SaaS, and IoT solutions for healthcare companies. Our advisory board consists of experts in tech, retail and direct-to-consumer sales, Web3, NFTs, marketing, and AI. I founded PetMetrics to improve the lives of pets and their owners because the truth is, pets are keeping secrets. They're all hardwired to hide illnesses, which leads to delayed treatment and poor outcomes. Wearable health trackers for people are becoming ubiquitous, and pet owners now want their pets to receive the same benefits. Over 3/4 of Ultimate Pet Nutrition Survey respondents indicated they would be interested in a health monitor for pets. This is something that consumers are interested in and are ready to pay for. Spending on pets has never been higher, and the pet industry market continues to grow year after year, regardless of external forces, including the economy and a global pandemic. We're researching multiple methods of collecting a pet's vital signs, including licensed tech from NASA specifically designed to read vitals through clothing, so we can help pet owners keep their pets healthy and provide the earliest possible warnings of problems to come. The PetMetrics wearable device is being designed to fit on a collar or harness and will collect data and use AI to present information about a pet's health to pet parents in the form of text messages from your pet, or for medical concerns, a virtual veterinarian. Our goal is to acquire as much accurate data as possible in a way that is nearly effortless for the consumer, because data is the future of healthcare. The pet wearables market is very early stage, and almost all of the current products only monitor movement, which provides very limited information about overall health. There is one product that is sensing vital signs, although their approach has failed to gain consumer or veterinary interest. PetMetrics' anticipated revenue streams include hardware sales, SaaS, and collaborations with pet insurance and pet product companies. And the more animals wearing PetMetrics, the more valuable our data set becomes for both internal use and for future data sales to researchers, product companies, and advertisers. While the PetMetrics app will be released in 2023, we anticipate beginning sales of the wearable device in early 2024, being cash flow positive in late 2024 and profitable by 2025, with total expenditures at that time of about $5 million. Our exit strategy is acquisition in 3 to 5 years by a wearables company looking to expand into the pet market, or by one of the large corporations that dominate the animal health marketplace. Our seed funding round has just opened, and now is the most advantageous time to become part of PetMetrics. We're raising $1 million on a safe note that will allow investors to purchase Series A stock at a 20% discount with an $8 million valuation cap. Please contact me for more information and to discuss the details of your investment. Thanks so much, and I look forward to answering any questions in the breakout room.
Deaths from synthetic opioids are really growing exponentially. Most of the drug overdoses now are opioids, including from prescriptions. This is a crisis that cries out for an effective, non-addictive pain treatment. I think you'll be impressed with our next company's solution. Please welcome Bill Crossman, President and CEO of Phoenix Pharma Labs.
Thank you very much. Opioids are the most widely prescribed drugs for treatment of moderate to severe pain. There is nothing that is as effective as opioids for treatment of severe pain. However, they are plagued by serious side effects, including euphoria, which leads to abuse and addiction, withdrawal, constipation, and death from overdose. Phoenix Pharma Labs is a preclinical drug discovery company focused on the development of new, potent, safe, non-addicting painkillers. There's a lot of pain drugs out there, but none with this profile. Effective relief of severe pain with no addiction potential and no death from overdose. The opioid market is $30 billion. We have robust intellectual property. We have a deeply experienced team, including world-leading subject experts. And we just received an $8.7 million grant from the NIH and the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Opioid overdose deaths have been increasing every year. More than 100,000 Americans died from opioid overdose in 2021. But that is only part of the problem. Millions of Americans are addicted to opioids, and most of them, approximately 80%, initially became addicted after taking prescription opioids. I understand this problem well because my stepson is addicted to opioids, and he initially became addicted after being prescribed opioids for treatment of severe pain following an injury. Now he has been addicted for more than 20 years. And trust me, it is an absolutely devastating addiction. All of the leading opioids on the market today, like morphine, oxycodone, fentanyl, etc., as well as heroin, all bind to the mu receptor in the brain and then aggressively stimulate that receptor. So mu is great at producing pain relief, but it also produces euphoria that often leads to abuse and addiction. It also causes physical dependence and withdrawal, constipation, and respiratory depression that can lead to death from overdose. Our lead compound, PPO-138, has advanced through various preclinical studies, including a series of studies conducted in non-human primates, where it is clearly demonstrated that it has robust analgesic potency, more than 100 times the potency of morphine in relieving pain, long duration of action, more than 24 hours, which is important for treatment of chronic pain, no euphoric high, therefore no abuse and addiction potential, no respiratory depression whatsoever, thus making it a very, very safe drug. There's no physical dependence or withdrawal, and no constipation. We have a deeply experienced team. I'm the CEO, I'm the business guy. I've been launching early stage technology companies for more than 25 years. Dr. Larry Toll is our chief neuropharmacologist. He's a world leading expert in opioid receptors and is co-inventor of PPL-138. We have team leaders in key scientific areas and domain experts that we call upon as needed. Phoenix Pharma Labs has had discussions with due diligence with most of the leading pharma companies that have a strategic focus on pain or addiction therapy. Most said that they would be interested in doing a deal, either a license or an acquisition, during phase 1. However, we plan to continue to advance 138 through phase 1 trials and into phase 2 to proof of concept in order to position it for optimal deal terms. The average comps are shown here. But if PPL-138 performs in humans as it has in animals, then we would expect much higher milestone payments, plus royalties in the 12 to 20% range. We are currently completing preclinical studies of 138. In about a year, it will enter phase 1, and by 2025, we expect to reach proof of concept and an out-license exit for investors. We are currently raising $3 million in a convertible note offering with attractive terms to supplement the $8.7 million grant we just received from NIDA to advance 138 through phase 1. This presents a unique opportunity for investors, 3-to-1 matching with non-dilutive funding. Thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting with you in the breakout room.
But let's all agree that we really enjoy the good life, including a glass of fine wine. We also want to contribute to our own communities. Our next presenter will describe how they've married these two desires into a private branded wine lifestyle sites with a share to a cause-based organization. Please welcome Chris Barnes, founder and CEO of Proof Loyalty.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be here and appreciate your time. I'm excited to tell you about our purpose-driven luxury lifestyle platform that funds causes through wine sales. We've been at this for a few years, building out our network of top quality wineries and hotels. And when we decided this year to completely commit to being a purpose-driven platform, I think things just really changed for us. And this is a good example right here. 88% of consumers will choose a brand with a purpose over one without. 74% are likely to tell others about that brand, and we're experiencing that benefit right now. We are a wine platform as well as hotels and lifestyle. And lucky for us, people drink wine in good times and bad, so it's a recession-resistant industry, and that's fairly important at this time. The problem that we're dealing with is, or that we're addressing, is charities and cause-driven organizations need dependable funding sources. And so our platform creates an evergreen funding mechanism that aligns with our sponsor values and making it easy for the public to be part of the solution as well. So if they join the membership program, 10% with Rockefeller here, 10% of the membership revenues will be donated to the Ocean Foundation. Pardon me. So the consumer trends that we're dealing with right now are the subscription economy, which is growing dramatically. It's $650 billion currently and growing to $1.5 trillion by 2025. E-commerce alcohol sales have been on a tear for some time and will continue to grow. And then purpose-driven organizations tend to grow 3 times faster than companies without purpose, and they also have higher retention rates. The total addressable market is substantial. In 2021, it was $64 billion for all of the wine sales, forecast to grow to $115 billion by 2030. 6.1 B of was in U.S. wine e-commerce. Our TAM is around 10 B when including wine club sales, and I think that's conservative, to be perfectly honest with you. The competitive landscape, it's a big market, a lot of competitors out there. We are the only purpose-driven cause-based platform. We have a custom branded sponsor site, so that's obviously unique. And we are also focused on celebrity partnerships, which E&J Gallo is into, and they're the largest winery in the world. So I think that we're onto something there. Our current contracted partners, I think these are very reputable names. I'm sure you recognize some of them. I think the real story here is that Rockefeller and Bring Change to Mind have both come on board this year once we committed to cause and our Live Well, Do Good program. UBS adopted that as well. So I think that's where the real story lies, and we're in discussions with a number of other organizations right now. So on the revenue projections, these are what we consider to be aggressively realistic. Largely because it's based on achieving, certainly in 2023, it's based on achieving low levels of penetration across the 6 target segments that you can see there at the bottom. I'd love to go into detail with you if you'll join us in the breakout room. Some of the investment highlights are that we're rapidly scalable. We have a very attractive cash flow model. We carry no inventory, and we have no exposure. And the partnerships in place with over 60 wineries. Auberge Resorts is our lifestyle partner, and we do expect to exit in 3 years. We've raised approximately $2 million over the last 6 years, but part of that was when we were before our pivot. So our funding needs at this point are $1 million at a $6 million valuation. That'll drive key hires in biz dev and program management, public relations and marketing, and then, of course, platform enhancements as we scale up. Our objective for the next 15 months is to achieve a $10 million run rate, establish Proof Loyalty as the premier purpose-driven lifestyle funding platform in the marketplace. We have a good team. It's a small team. We really operate with about 3 people full-time, but we have access to some very top quality advisors. Peter Ekman's he is a current advisor to Bavino, which is huge. And he's been a CEO in the industry for a long time. Jill Brennan is an impressive individual as well. John Hofliger is our top winemaker advisor, and he's helped us out a lot with relationships. So with that, I just hope to hear from some of you. I hope you'll join us in the breakout room and give us a chance to show you some of our sites and go more in depth on the business model that we have and what we think is a large opportunity ahead of us. Thank you.
Since October's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, our next presenter is in the right place at the right time. The challenge of cybersecurity is being overwhelmed with a lot of data and seeming to always be playing catch up with new threats. Wouldn't it be great to have a customized summary of relevant threats? Stay tuned, because our next presenting company has just that solution. Please welcome Jeff Micah, CEO of Security Bulldog.
Thank you. As everybody knows, cybersecurity is front page news and out of control. Billions of devices are now online and they're riddled with insecure proprietary and open source software. This increasing amount of attack surfaces has overwhelmed the status quo. Along with nation states and other advanced persistent threats, ransomware gangs that employ up to 10,000 people each are exploiting this situation continuously, causing billions of dollars in economic damages each year. Each one of these breaches can cost an enterprise up to $6 million each, and that's where the Security Bulldog comes in. Everybody in cybersecurity has the exact same problem. They wake up in the morning, have to figure out what broke, does it affect them, and if it does, how to fix it. Attack surfaces are increasing exponentially, and the organizations tasked with managing them are not. There are literally billions of data points to track, and the working memory of a human being is 7. And that's where we come in with the answer to these questions. The Security Bulldog automatically curates and organizes this fire hose of content to help them and their automated systems process information quicker and more accurately to provide fidelity and clarity. How do we do this? A proprietary machine learning business solution called a natural language processing engine that saves 80% of customers' research time, distills and assimilates open source cyber intelligence, automatically filtered for each user's role, and aggregates unstructured cybersecurity content to close the gap in understanding attack surfaces. The Security Bulldog gathers the largest collection of open source threat intelligence customized for each user's role, team, and industry to assist cybersecurity teams in understanding threats more quickly, make better decisions, and accelerate detection and response. We close the gap in understanding by filling in with relevant open source information. Teams need both a data and the engine to process it. Unfortunately, the market for cybersecurity is huge and growing. It's estimated that cybersecurity spend this year will be $300 billion, and that over the next 5 years, there will be $1.75 trillion spent cumulatively by all enterprises. We do have some competition. However, the Security Bulldog uses a machine learning engine that is ingesting and filtering millions of documents every day that are critical to cybersecurity teams to understand threats more quickly, make better decisions, and accelerate detection and response. Moreover, our app is designed with user experience in mind and is easy to set up and use. Based on user feedback, we can cut manual research times 80% right out of the box. So far, we launched our MVP in March. We have subscriber revenue from public and privately held companies. We've signed up 52 enterprises and have 350 free trials in our pipeline. This team is poised to take the company to the next level. Combined, we have a set of successful founders with multiple startup equity, raises and exit, along with deep cybersecurity and machine learning expertise. We have gathered a strong advisory board as well. Our business model We plan to end the year with $17K in revenue based on our initial subscribers. We're going to have a multiple revenue model going forward. By the end of 2023, we will have an ARR of 1.3 million from a combination of subscriptions, data sales, and lead generation fees from 86 enterprises. We are doing a pre-seed round right now of 600K. We've raised 140K from friends and family. We are working to raise 600K with a convertible note. The use of funds will be used to increase our user experience, to quicken customer success, to add go-to-market channels, and advance our product development. Thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking with everybody in our breakout room afterwards, and thank you for your time.
I'd like to put up our third and final investor poll right now. This is for our last four presenters, PetMetrics, Phoenix Pharma Labs, Proof Loyalty, and Security Bulldog. PetMetrics provides pet health data with a wearable monitor and an AI-driven user experience to provide guidance on pet health and wellness. Phoenix Pharma Labs is a preclinical drug discovery company developing new, potent, safe, non-addictive treatments for pain and addiction. Proof Loyalty, the industry's only purpose-driven luxury lifestyle platform, which funds causes through wine sales. And then our most recent presenter, Security Bulldog, machine learning-powered cybersecurity intelligence platform. So I'll leave this up for a few more seconds. This is confidential. We will only share the results with the presenting companies. We are going into breakout rooms momentarily. After this poll, we're going to do one more sponsor poll, and then we'll go into breakout rooms. But last call for investor prospects here. Okay, why don't we? Oh, I still see some more coming in. Okay, last call. Okay, let's put up the sponsor poll. This is, if you didn't answer the sponsor poll earlier when we started, but we want to support our awesome sponsors. They are in our program book. So if you're looking for any of the great services that they offer, for example, marketing, branding, legal services, application development, software development services, wealth management, accounting and tax services, wealth management and estate planning, group health, life insurance, deferred comp solutions, hiring. And obviously, if you'd like to become a sponsor, you can indicate, we'll follow up with you. And if you want to present at CONNECTpreneur at one of our future events, we will follow up with you. We do have a committee review and approval process and preparation and whatnot. You saw our presenters did a great job today because of the work that, they do, and also our team. So anyway, I think we can go ahead and end the poll here, Sky. And what I'd like to do is open up the breakout rooms. Before you go into the breakout rooms, make sure you download your chat history, because there's a lot of chats in there. But everybody on this meeting will be able to enter and exit whatever breakout rooms they want. But you might lose your chat history of dozens or hundreds of messages if you don't download it first. So why don't you do that, and then go ahead into breakout rooms. Remember, these are breakout rooms that are hosted by each presenting company. We have 12 rooms, and our presenting companies are there to answer any additional questions that you might have, et cetera. So once again, thank you for joining us. Our next online event is November 22nd. And we do have in-person events on November 16th in Baltimore and December 13th in Virginia, as well as November 14th in DC. We have a Connect Tales cocktail party, but Skylar will send out a recap to everybody. So you'll see everything in there. But thank you for your support. Appreciate everything. We'll see you guys soon. We will stay in here, but go ahead in the breakout room and chat with our presenting companies. Thank you for joining us.